And the reality is you will never be ready to start the business, get in shape, become a parent, whatever it is. And life will go really, really quickly, but it becomes much easier when you're willing to jump in with both feet. Good example, I'll give this. I recently bought an ice bath, cooler ice bath. I'll shout out to them. And you can get the ones which are like a drum, you can kind of like, which are deep, or you can get the ones which are kind of shallow. Now, I've always had the deep approach in life, where I want to jump in with both feet and get into the water as quickly as possible. Because what's going to happen? You're going to figure the fuck out, it's cold, and you're going to adjust. But what most people are doing are taking like the shallow fucking cold plunge approach, where you're trying to slowly get in. And this is why you're finding it painful and uncomfortable, because you're trying to do things slowly, rather than if you just jump and you've got no choice but to go all in, like you're just going to adapt. And the reason why human beings are the most powerful and influential creatures that rule planet Earth is because our ability to adapt, and the most successful human beings are also the most adaptable. We're seeing this now more than ever, also because of the advancements in terms of AI, technology, human behavior, health, peptides. The world is moving faster than ever before, but a lot of people aren't keeping up, or they're very set in their ways. And the people who set in their ways, they're the ones who are going to kind of fall behind. Now, the reason you might not be willing to try and jump into things with both feet is because you lack confidence. But you know what gives you confidence and what gives you certainty is actually doing things and action. And if you just think about taking action without pause and just do, you then collect evidence of something either worked or it didn't work. And the reason some people have a huge amount of confidence and they have a PSI, a positive self-image of themselves, is because they keep the promises they say to themselves, and they try things and they get little small wins every day. Where people have a negative self-image of themselves is because you don't get up on time, you don't eat the food you're supposed to do, you cheat your workout, you don't work as hard as you should in terms of your business. Like, these are the small things. It's like death by 1,000 cuts for so many people. And you listening to this right now, you can probably think of something you've done today, you did last night, that is one of those cuts. And the more you can try to eliminate those from your life, the easier it becomes. And that's ultimately how you can win on easy mode, is by trying to stack all the small little 0.1%. I think Alex Hormozy has this expression, like everyone's looking for the one golden bullet, but it's 1,000 golden BBs. It's the small little consistent decisions you make every single day that are going to compound for you. And this is going to decide where you're going to be in not just 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years time. So think back about the version of you when you're 50, 60, 70 years old. Would they be proud of the decisions you're making and how you're kind of living your life today? For me personally, having become a father 7 months ago, that really kind of changed my perspective quite heavily, because I think about, okay, what am I going to be like when I'm 50 years old? Am I going to look back in pride in terms of the things I've done? Am I going to be able to have the type of lifestyle I want? Am I going to be able to be present? And peace is probably the biggest thing that people actually realize they chase, rather than what we actually think we want, which is status. Now, money can bring you peace, but it also can come at a cost. And everything comes with a cost. And that's ultimately where people who are listening to this, the reason why you aren't in the position you want is because you're not taking enough action and you're just throttled by fear. But the reality is, the fear is the thing that you should be least worried about. The thing you should be most worried about is time, because the biggest thing that you can lose is time. It's not money. If you fail, you learn. So just keep swinging, and ultimately you just find the one thing that kind of works.
Now, if you enjoyed this clip and you're a coach, creator, or a business owner, and you want help in terms of how to scale your business using ads, AI, content, marketing, a lot of things we talk about on the show, then hit the link at the top line of our description in the YouTube video. You can book on a call with us and walk through the whole process, audit your business, and show you where there's huge, huge opportunities for you to scale.